Yeah, it's a big old canary palm. It's going to look great here. It's going to look great. See, how wide is the root ball? As you can see, it was in a 36-inch box. Then it rooted in the ground underneath. So we pulled it up. We like to get as much of a root ball as possible. Why not? You make the plant happier that way. Less shock. So in this case, the root ball is approximately 48 inches, maybe 50 inches at its widest point. And then this direction, we don't know how big it's going to be until we pull it out. It's about, only 34. Yeah. So right here, it's only 32. So basically, it's like 36 this way, but it's like 50 inches that way. The depth is, if I can pull the tape out, the depth is 34 inches. All right, so not knowing how big it was going to be when we pulled it out, we requested, the client wanted to save money. We all love to save money. I'm probably the king of that. But anyway, we all want to save money. So the way you can save money is dig your own holes. But all we ask is that they are as we request when we get there. Because a lot of times we don't even have time to dig them because we have another job to go to. It's bam, bam, boogie. So in this case down here, we asked for a 5-foot square hole, 4 feet deep. Now, I can look at it and think, definitely not 4 feet deep, right? Client sent me photos, and I'm like, you check the dimensions on that? So, we're going to check them. We're going to check them right now. I wish I had 3 hands. If I had 3 hands, I could do a lot of things. I only have 2. So when you're filming, you only have 1 hand left over. So, yeah, we're really at about 3 feet, maybe 40 inches deep. Now, and we're supposed to be at 48. So we're a whole foot short. You can tell he struggled out here for a long time because it's all shovel marks. He didn't have an excavator or a tractor or anything. So he worked hard getting this done. But of course, that's where you save the money. Anyway, he had roots to contend with. So, digging the hole is not easy, especially the bigger the hole, harder the dirt, the harder it is. But again, we're a foot short. I show up. Luckily, we only need the depth we have. It came out kind of shallow. But here's the important part. Remember, we're supposed to be 5 feet across, right? Well, I took it. The guy sent me a photo, and I asked him, like, oh, did you, it's 5 foot square. He's like, yeah, I took a 5 foot square, right? Look, 5 feet from here to here. That's probably 5 feet, right? Except it's not vertical. So let's see what the bottom of the hole is. All right, I'm guessing like 42 inches. No, it's 38. 38. And in this direction over here, it is 40, a little better. This direction might be a little better this way. It's corner to corner, people, when you're digging these holes. If we have to dig your hole, it's going to be, I charge $200 an hour. Who wants someone to dig a hole for $200 an hour? 41 inches. Yeah, so 5 feet would be 60 inches. So we're, on average about 40 inches. So we're 20 inches shy on the bottom. So he basically dug a cone. We're not asking for a cone, we're asking for a cube. When we say 4 feet deep, we mean 4 feet from finished grade. And which in this case, it's a foot short. But luckily for us, the tree doesn't need to be that deep. And but unfortunately, I have like 48 inches width of root ball. So now I have to go here and dig in here. And in order to get it in, I got to dig the whole wall. It's going to take forever. So now I got to go tell the client, hey, I got to charge more money. And I got to tell the next people I'm going to be late. And so on and so forth. So when you're digging your own hole, this is the first, we should have made a video like this a long time ago. It's $200 an hour. If you want to risk, everybody, anybody can go buy a tape measure. So please get the hole right if you're going to save money digging the hole. Because this is what happens. I'm going to go in there and say, hey, the hole's not big enough. It's like, well, it was really hard. I worked really hard on that hole. Like, well, I got to charge you more. Oh, but I did it. I dug the hole. You said if I dug the hole, I don't have to pay for the hole digging. So, yeah, but the hole's not finished. What's fair here? Anyway, want some palms? Call Golden Gate Palms. Anyway, I just worked there. So, yeah, I got to give the bad news right now. The problem with videoing an inaccurately dug hole is that you really can't get any depth perception, But trust me when I say that this hole that was supposed to be 30 inches across for a small queen palm measures 48 inches across from edge to edge from where it was cut. The other direction is not quite as, it's supposed to be 30 inches. This one's 38 inches across. And of course, the edge of the hole meanders. This is a round container. So I don't know why we dug on that side. But anyway, I'm not going to name names because this guy is really nice, super cool guy. But as he said, he's like, I'm not a professional hole digger. But anyway, if you're going to save money digging your hole, you got to get it right. Because now, even if the hole is too big, I still have to spend labor to fill it in. And I might not have enough backfill to fill it in. I want to bring really good backfill. So, and then again, so this hole was supposed to be 30 inches across, round, and 20 inches deep. And right now, it's a cone. This is the lowest spot in the middle. It's supposed to be that depth for the entire cylinder. It'd be a cylinder. This would be a cylinder. Okay, so if you get really low, you'll notice that it's about 16 inches or so is grade level, which is right about here. And so it's 4 inches too shallow right in the middle, and then it gets worse as you go around the edges. And of course, there's roots that haven't been cut that are in that zone. $200 per hour. That's what I charge. Yeah, $200 per hour. So, if you dig your own holes, but if they're not right, I'm gonna charge you $200 an hour. So, because I can't get slowed down. We can have our crew come out here for $85 per hour per man ahead of time. But you can also go down to wherever the day laborers are hanging out and buy them some lunch, bring them home, and do it for far less probably. Or you can do it yourself, buy some beer and then just get your shovel and go for it. But you got to do it right. Otherwise, we're going to charge you. So that's the deal. Now, don't get me wrong. Digging holes is really good for you, especially if there's roots in the ground making it really difficult. It builds character and makes you appreciate not digging holes. Makes you appreciate when your customers dig them really well and you don't have to. But guess what I'm doing right now? Yeah, getting buffed. All right, it's gonna fit now. See? Square, straight down. See that? Get this thing in, I'll give you a finished shot just for fun. It's gonna be beautiful. Still working. I had to cancel a meeting today because now I'm off schedule. Anyway, look at tons of roots. Holes are supposed to be dug. It's a ton of work to fill them in. It's supposed to be a cylinder, not a cone. This is just a flat out cone. That side over there is nowhere near vertical. It looks like the side of a mountain, like that, not like this. So I have to fill all those voids in, which is taking even more time. Anyway, it's gonna be $250 extra for this job. And that's being generous. So make sure you get your holes right if you're going to dig them yourself.
or else we gotta charge you. That's just the way it is. You guys see what I mean by cone? We want a cylinder. That's a cylinder. We want it a little bigger than that. Same depth, a little bit wider, 3 or 4 inches on 4 or 5 inches on the sides. That's all we need for palms. Now look at this huge gap. So much extra work for digging it and also for filling it. Look, I can fit my whole shovel in this gap. I have to fill all of this all around. Way more work. Remember, we're looking for a cylinder or a square. One or the other. Square when it's in a box like this big palm here, and a cylinder when it's in a round plastic container. Thanks.